Unsigned with Matt Wherry.
If you're an unsigned artist, then go to our website. Tell us a bit about yourself, upload your track, and you could feature on Unsigned with Matt Wherry.
Unsigned with Matt Wherry.
Hi everyone, how are we doing? I'm Matt Wherry. This is Unsigned on the live stream. Hope you're all doing all right this evening. We have got a number of tracks that we're going to play for you. We have got a couple of second plays that we'll try and get round to a little bit later on in the stream. We've got some guests joining us from around 20 past 8 as well, and hopefully everything runs a little bit smoother than it did last week. Thank you for those who watched on demand on YouTube. It seems to do pretty well compared to some of the podcast episodes we did as well, which is it's a good return, really, isn't it? So what we're going to do, right, we are going to play a number of tracks. One track which I featured on Unsigned Sunday just gone on Future Hits. You can hear Daisies playing in the background. That was an exclusive play last week, Short-Lived Romance, the Coulson remix from Daisies. But we are going to play a track that I featured on Unsigned on Future Hits on Sunday. Bit of admin for you. We are going to be moving to 7 p.m. on Fridays for Unsigned, which means that we're going to be bringing you the exclusive tracks. Lots and lots of artists release tracks on Fridays, right? So we want to be the place that you guys can hear the tracks first. So that's the reason why we've moved to 7 p.m. on Fridays on Future Hits. All the partner stations will still be getting it the following week. We're on at a variety of different times on Islington Radio. Obviously, they just upload it onto Mixcloud, so that's cool. Smile Radio, Good Music Radio, they have their different times that they play. Radio Chelmsford, Radio Extra is at 7 p.m. on Sundays still. So yeah, so Future Hits is the first place for you to get exclusive unsigned tracks, and it's the place to be, isn't it? So what we're going to do, we're going to play a track that I featured for the first time on Unsigned. The guys local to me in Chelmsford, they uploaded it very, very kindly, and I'm a massive fan of it. It's their debut single, and they said that they haven't got any gigs planned yet. They've also got a music video that's been released to this as well, and I'm really, really excited for you guys to hear it if you didn't hear it on my Unsigned show on the radio show last week. What I'll also do is when I'm playing the music, I will find them for you on Spotify on like a screen share so you can see more information about them as well. But very excited to bring you a track from Cardinals, and this is We Are All Ghosts.
I'm gonna make trust, you think they're holding you back. I'm gonna make a
There you go. That is the debut single from Cardinals, and featured that on Unsigned last Sunday, and obviously previewing it here on the live stream. So I hope you enjoyed that. Do let us know. Go and give them a follow. What are they on Instagram? Let's have a look. Is it Cardinals Official? I'm just going to check for you right now. We also, there isn't loads of information on their Spotify. Usually there's more than that. So go, if you want to know more information about them, go to cardinals.uk on Instagram. Music video, like I say, is out now as well. And there's actually a link to that in their bio. So go into their bio on Instagram, click that, it will take you to the music video. Next up, we're going to play a track for you from King Liar. You can actually see on the, where are we? Down there, you can see down there upcoming tracks. Now when I prep this, when I prep a radio show, I usually try and get 14-15 tracks because I can talk, as you can tell, and during those 14 or 15 tracks, that fills up the entire hour. On the live stream, we're hoping for a little bit of communication with people watching and listening and all that sort of good stuff, but also we've obviously got a few guests, as you can see at the very bottom where it says this week on Unsigned, special guests. We've got Aurora Sun, Joseph Bell and Frank Joshua joining us as well. Aurora Sun uploaded a track called War, which I quoted as being my favourite track ever probably to be uploaded, which is a hell of a statement and probably puts a bit of pressure on them, but it's not meant to. It's just pure admiration for them. Frank Joshua has been on the Unsigned podcast in the past. He was here last summer, definitely last summer, when we were actually filming at Islington Radio's podcast studio. So he was here for that. I say here, I'm not there now, obviously, am I? But he came in for that. So we've met Frank before. Joseph Bell is an artist who we've played on Future Hits quite a bit. If you guys are new to Unsigned, Future Hits is our station, basically. It's we've got 30 odd presenters on there, all fantastic. We've got the help of wonderful people like AB Violet, who is a massive part of Future Hits, as are loads of the presenters as well. And Joseph Bell's been featured on a number of shows and is on the rotation on Future Hits. So he'll be joining us as well, probably in around about 10 minutes time. And I've realised that we're 9 minutes into this and I've only really played you one full track. So we're going to play you another one. We featured this band last week on Unsigned. They've released 2 tracks, a double single, is it called that? A double single. This is King Liar. This is the second one of those singles. This is Dead Monochrome by King Liar. And the previous track was Escapism.
Chokehold eternal, these thoughts are logic bypass, no force stops the dread flood. The worries magnetize.
That is King Liar with Dead Monochrome on Unsigned, and that is part of the double single release of Dead Monochrome and Escapism. Escapism we played last week on the radio show, and very happy to feature Dead Monochrome. We'll also be featuring that on the radio show this coming Friday, 7 p.m, Future Hits, and on the partner stations the week after that. Right, what we're going to do now, we are going to play you a brand new upload to Unsigned and to Future Hits as well. Let me just get it prepped for you, because we want to be all prepared, don't we? Want to be as professional as possible. So this band, it's the first time they've uploaded to us. They are a four-piece rock band from the West Midlands, taking influence from indie rock and American Midwest emo music. They say that this song is where's it gone? This song is about emotionally unavailable relationships through a high energy song backed with a strong rhythm section shown through the catchy bass line. I'm very pleased to bring you this. This is Vienna with Falling on Unsigned.
I was just I'm in love with you.
What?
I'm really sorry if that's weird for you to hear, but I need you to hear it. Probably not good timing. I know that. I just...
What are you doing? What do you expect me to say to that?
Why don't you complicate things even further by wasting all of my time? God, you frustrate me, oh well, God, you frustrate me, but I can't help myself but look in your eyes. So please just hold my hand, 'cause I am alone with all your roommates and I feel like you're staring at me. So please just hold my hand, 'cause honestly I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Let's go out for a walk. We can I'm 17 years old, looking so dead inside. What a father told. Don't mix your man with your wine, because wishful thinking, pissed and messing. She counts her lucky charms while she's slowly sinking, drowning, drinking. I hope she comes to know harm. Oh, oh. Don't let me down. On the level we've hit the ground, and it is rough. But darling, you can get enough. Loving her ain't easy, that's the game that she plays. I just really hope you'll smile again. No, I hate the tone of the answer phone, and I just really hope you'll smile. The sex in silence, he gets violent with cuts so deep, they're becoming timeless. But loving her ain't easy, that's the game that she plays. I just really hope you'll smile again. Get to keep on low. What do the critics mean? No one could ever know. Scars lying deep underneath, you're covered in fake silver, sweet Matilda. She counts her lucky stars while the cheapest thrilled her, defeated, killed her. All over before the start. Oh no. Don't let me down. On the level we've hit the ground, and it is rough. But darling, you can get enough. Loving her ain't easy, that's the game that she plays. I just really hope you'll smile again. No, I hate the tone of the answer phone, and I just really hope you'll smile. The sex in silence, he gets violent with cuts so deep, they're becoming timeless. But loving her ain't easy, that's the game that she plays. I just really hope you'll smile again. Loving her ain't easy, that's the game that she plays. I just really hope you'll smile again. No, I hate the tone of the answer phone, and I just really hope you'll smile. The sex in silence, he gets violent with cuts so deep, they're becoming timeless. But loving her ain't easy, that's the game that she plays. I just really hope you'll smile again.
That was Smile Again by Coves on Unsigned. And after a bit of technical, what can we call it? I don't know, trial, I suppose. What we're going to do now, we are going to welcome, here we are. Let's see if this works. We are going to welcome not one guest, not two. Well, actually, I don't know how many of Aurora Sun have we actually got here? Can you all hear us all right, by the way? Oh, do you know what? Four. You got 4, 5, 6 guests on a live stream. What could possibly go wrong? How are we? All right? Yeah. Yeah, all right. Right, let me introduce you guys in. So first of all, we've got on the top right, we've got Mr. Frank Joshua. Mr. Frank Joshua, how are you? Lovely to see you again. We have got bottom right, Joseph Bell. And then last but very much not least, because there's 4 of them, we've got Aurora Sun. Oi, oi. Welcome to the live stream, guys. Hopefully you can hear us all right. It's all good. We're recording this end as well, so hopefully it's all fine. What we're going to do is hopefully, as long as this all goes all right, We'll then put this onto the radio show this coming Friday as well. 2 seconds. I'm getting a note saying they can't hear the guests. Why would that be? Why would that be? Hang on a minute. Right, everyone just start saying stuff quickly. Is it not? Hang on, I'm getting a type. I'm getting type. What the heck? You'd hope it would be working. Yeah, we can all hear each other, but apparently people can't. It must be. It must be something that I haven't done correctly, which is awesome for live stuff, isn't it? It's all live here. You guys are. I can hear all of you, but why can't we hear the guests? Oh wait. You might have to. Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh, right. Okay. Why is it doing that then? I'd love a drink, please. Yeah. Oh, rock and roll. Rock and roll. What is going on? Sorry, lads. Spare me a sec.
This time on a Tuesday, to be fair.
Yeah.
Is it?
Are you guys getting right? Let's try that. Right? Have you getting any feedback or anything in headphones or anything like that at your end? If you all talk,
it's all very sweet here. We're doing great.
Right. Okay. I've now got the thumbs up from our technical producer who's off site saying got it now, and we all know him as producer Ian. So thank you, producer Ian. Right, we're on. It was a button I hadn't pressed. Let me start again.
Hey.
If it weren't just last week, we had Coral Andy from Coraland. His son walked in and he joined the whole interview. So, you know, live TV and all that. We'll start again, shall we? Right, top right. We've got Frank Joshua.
Hey,
How
for having us,
doing? We've bottom right, we've got Joseph Bell.
Yeah.
Hello, mate. And then bottom left, we've got Aurora Sun.
That's us.
That's you.
Matt, am I right in thinking you said earlier on they were your favourite band?
Right.
What are we all
I
doing
knew.
here?
Do you know
They're
what?
your
I thought
favourite
this
band.
might. I thought this
What
might
are
come.
Ingo doing here?
I thought this might come up. What I said officially was that their first track they uploaded to us, War, was probably my favourite track that's ever been uploaded. Yes, I said that.
Wow, that's mad.
Yeah, cheers,
that.
man.
Thank you very much.
That, yeah.
We put a
Credit,
lot of
credit.
hours into that song.
Yeah.
Well, I've since heard a couple more, and it's interesting. Like, so you guys had explain to it. Right, let's get you guys introducing yourself to the unsigned listeners, because obviously we've played 2 tracks of yours on the show last couple of weeks, but this is an introduction to the people of Unsigned. So Aurora Sun, could you introduce the band? Could you introduce yourselves to the unsigned listeners and watchers, please?
I'm Scott.
I'm Grabby.
I'm Carl.
And I'm Elliot. And we're Aurora Sun.
In its current incarnation, we did start this band when me and Elliot were a bit more fresh-faced and a few pounds lighter, 18, just coming out of school.
Right.
But we didn't really do much with it. But in the last 8 months, we have taken it a bit more seriously.
Yeah.
Hit our 30s and thought we should probably actually have something to show for the 20 years of playing music together. So
yeah, it's just so much more accessible now. It's just we can sit in this kitchen and write music, and it's so easy to do now. Whereas 12, 13 years ago, it was just money that you don't have when you're fresh faced. So yeah, it's now is better time than any. Super accessible to get everything out there, and there's some amazing people on the internet that can make you sound amazing. So it's great.
Big up to Tom.
Yeah, producer Tom. He's not really.
He's the secret 5th member of the group.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Yeah. He's kind of. He doesn't know it. You know, but he's an amazing producer. We met him during the lockdown. We were big fans of Preston Miko. We got really chummy online and always wanted to do something with him. So when we said we're getting this band back together, I kind of bullied the lads and said, we're going to use this producer and he's going to make you sound epic. And he's not let us down yet.
Yeah, he hasn't let us down, no.
He certainly hasn't. He certainly hasn't. And now you've released 2 singles. You've got a 3rd one coming very, very soon and an EP on the way as well. Is that right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, this Friday, Bloom comes out.
Yeah.
3rd single, and then the EP set to be released start of September.
Yeah.
Very, very exciting. What we'll do, we'll have a chat with the other two gentlemen sitting on the line, and then we will if it's all right with you guys, we will play Bloom for the very first time.
Yeah, we'll have to speak to management.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be
Get
fine.
Tom on the phone, quick. Let's hand over to Mr. Frank Joshua. Frank, you probably got the most releases to date for 2023 of any artist I know, to be quite honest, mate. You've been busy.
We've been very busy, yeah. And like you guys, you know, one of the secrets is having a fantastic producer in the background. Yeah, I work with a chap called Tony White, who's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, we just released number 26 since December 2020. So yeah, I don't know. We just sort of got the idea that we need to just keep putting stuff out there.
Yeah,
trying to, you know, fool Spotify into taking us a bit more seriously. I mean, that's, you know.
What do you think the sweet?
Play, isn't it?
What do you think the sweet sort of sweet spot for that is? Because I think some artists say like every 4 to 6 weeks. Would that be about sort of right?
That's like the received wisdom, isn't it? You know, if you can keep doing that sort of thing, Spotify is supposed to take more notice of you. I mean, it's crazy in the world. I mean, I agree with you guys that like we live in a world where it's so easy to make music now, but that means there's an awful lot of it out there. There's a lot more competition. You know, the kind of, you know, the barrier to entry is really, really low. I mean, I started even before you guys, and the barrier was even higher. So it is a kind of strange time. Lots and lots of opportunity. But yeah, I kind of sometimes think we're all sort of pandering to the god of Spotify. But what else can you do, really? It matters so much. So much music is consumed that way, isn't it?
Well, the thing is with that as well, they've just put their prices up by a pound a month, haven't they? So do you think that means it's going to go to the artists or into their pockets?
I'll definitely go to the artist, no question. Yeah.
Of course. I heard earlier that it's due to inflation, so that means none of us are getting anything.
I got my quarterly royalty check the other day. Not that you get it as a check anymore, but you know, it was 30 quid, and I think I got 2 million streams on YouTube. You know, it's like crazy, isn't it?
That's good.
Do you know what? Like YouTube is. I mean, obviously, when we start, you were lucky enough, Frank, to come into the former podcast studios that we were working at, and
beautiful home,
beautiful sweaty home in the basement. But it was like fantastic while we were there. But it was when we talked to you like last year. Is it just released Sense Life? Was that the
probably
around then?
The first album, yeah.
Do you think that your music has changed because you were teaming up with like was it White Light and Acedo 88 and people like that? Do you think that your music has changed since teaming up with people like that?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we did for people who don't know is release an album and then get a load of the tracks remixed. You know, again, it's about getting Spotify to kind of, you know, team you up with other people's fans. I'm sure you guys are all thinking about it if you're not doing it already. But yeah, I do think having remixers do your stuff then has an influence on the next things that you do, no question. Yeah, it kind of, and in a way, that's a good thing, isn't it? You're broadening your audience, you're thinking more broadly about what you're doing. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we had Daisies on last week, and they've just released. They were on the podcast last year as well, and they've just released a remix of one of their tracks. And they were looking for a drum and bass producer to do another version of a different track of theirs. So it's all about trying to get those. Just get on the. Is it the algorithms? It's always about the algorithms, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, I mean, it was always about getting attention, no matter what era you're in. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone.
He didn't like the attention.
He didn't like the attention. There he is.
Oh, he's back.
We're back.
Hang on, he's back for you. I can't see him.
You not?
No.
He's here.
Oh yeah, he's gone on here.
He's there.
He's there. Hang on a minute. What we do, Joseph? Can you hear us? Joe, you're. No, I can't hear you, Joe, either. It's all going in the pot. No, I can see you saying hello, but I can't hear you, and I can't see Frank either. I'm gonna have to have a.
Frank, can you hear us, Frank?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Matt, right, you asked a question. I'll ask Frank.
Hang on, I can add him back. Here he is. He's back.
I might not tell you what he says.
He's all right. He's back. Frank is back, and Joseph's now gone. It's like, how many of us have got to do like Zoom and Teams calls during the workday?
I know.
It just feels like that. I need a studio again, don't I? What we'll do? Well, we're waiting for Joe, right?
Hey, can hear you.
Oh,
we got you, Joe.
Is Joe back? Hang on.
Yeah, we got you.
Here he is. Right, let's show him on the stream.
So I should know this. But...
Here he is. We've got him on the stream as well. I think you guys can see it as a Zoom call, right? But I'm watching it as the stream as it's going out, so I have to drag you back in. Welcome, Joe.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Surviving.
Surviving. Well, we've got 2 tracks of yours that you've uploaded, haven't we? We've got Online and your latest single, Sweet Fantasy. But you've got some news for this week, haven't you?
Yeah, so I've got an EP launch tomorrow. In like my local record shop in Leighton, Dreamhouse Records, which is cool. So looking forward to that. And then the EP's out on Friday. So it's called Hits. It's ambitiously. But,
Congratulations.
But yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, buzzing, man.
Yeah, should be good.
Who have you got? What's the deal for tomorrow then? Have you got support with you? Is it?
So it's more of like a chill thing. I'm just we're keeping it kind of simple, but having like doors at 7, and then I'm gonna play like through the EP live, and then we'll just all have a chat and a drink. I've got some merch, which is new, and
I'll have a large, please.
Yeah, it's a hat, so it's all the same. Spoiler.
I need a hat.
But yeah, there you go. But yeah, it should be good fun.
We have merch.
There we go. Hey, wicked. Nice one.
That's what.
That'd be cool then.
So exciting week.
Very exciting week. How many tracks are on the EP?
So there's 5. So 2 of them you've already heard. So Online and Sweet Fancy. Well, there's also one called Head Straight I released in February. So really 2 of them are new, which no one's heard. And the other 3 I've released as singles already. But I feel like they kind of fit together better on the EP. So I'm like excited to have it out as like a project, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, with EPs and albums, obviously, you, like Aurora Sun, you guys are working on the EP. Joe, yours is coming out on Friday, and Frank, obviously, you've got an album that's out as well. How do you mold that all together? Is it a case that you try and build a story, or is it just a collection of tracks? Like Aurora Sun, we'll start with you. Like, how have you deciphered what is going to be on that?
So I think we originally were looking at we had some songs that we written even.
Yep.
My English is yeah. So we've written some songs, and we originally were going to do like a 4-track EP. Originally we're getting back together and we were going to do an album. And it was like, yeah, we're back, we're going to do this album, and like ego and crazy fun, and it just ain't the one. So we were going to do a 4-track EP, and as we were finishing writing them and then working with Tom, it was like, this is the evolution already of how it's going to be. And it's almost painting a story of like, you know, for us, our first gig back was supporting Hawthorne Heights after like however many years. And we played in front of a cool crowd. And the first thing we got was, you need to release War. Everyone wanted War. And the feedback we're getting from people like is crazy, but you know, they obviously struck a chord live, and the recording's even better. So for us, we want to just release music. People are saying you need more out there so we can listen to it, but we don't want to just throw it out for the sake of it. So it's a couple of singles, get people ready for an EP, and then the EP is kind of it's almost like the progression of where we are and where we want to go. So from what people are better now is kind of like a hardy alt rock thing with some funky riffs. War is this epic that we didn't know we could do. It's all the Scott's brainchild. He's a genius.
Well done, Scott.
And we've Blooms. They all starting to sound like Aurora Sun. So that's what we kind of feel like we found our little bit that we like to sound like.
Our new track though that's coming out on Friday is a lot heavier than what we've put out there. So
so we're trying. We like heavy music. We like playing and going crazy to heavy music. So we have some heavy music and some extremely heavy stuff going on this EP. But it's kind of, we've picked the songs that are going to slowly break people into. We don't want to scare. Like at the end of War, there's some screaming. Better Now, there's a little bit of shouting. On the EP, there's a track coming out called Wendigo, and that's kind of the culmination of that.
Beast.
It's a whole worldly, crazy thing.
Right.
So we're looking forward to seeing people's reaction to that, but also not trying to scare them off.
Is that with that then? Is it a case that you're trying to release singles that are potentially more accessible to a broader audience, and then the people that you actually got in will listen to the album or the EP, and then it's like you're
we
here now.
didn't think that.
No,
we weren't that like big picture.
Yeah.
But that has kind of happened.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
as we release the songs, we are sort of dipping people's toes further into like alternative heavy music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just by accident.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like it's our background of what we like, and it's kind of just flooded out.
Yeah, it's definitely
I'd say,
showing in the
but yeah.
songs that we're creating.
the one for me is
Yeah.
if you go to work and you go and your friends at work go, I've released this song, and they listen to it, and they come back and they go, that's actually good. And I'm like, yeah, like what are you expecting? And like people release music, but it's not like, but that's good. And when
Yeah.
they're all giving it some, and I'm like, right, cool, here's the next one, and they're like, right, this is really heavy for me. And then they come back the next day and go, I like this song, like this growing on me. And then
Yeah.
a week later, they're just singing it at you at work, which is cool. So it's like, I don't know, it never supposed to be like that, but we've kind of fell into this. Like, we want to go this way, and we want to play music like this. We don't want to cut everyone off at this point, and we don't want to scare people off. But
I understand that, but you've also got to be true to yourselves as well, haven't you? Because I've spoken to like the Black Pines are a band that are down in Essex near me, and we've had them on the pod a couple of times and on the radio show and whatnot. And when I spoke to Jake, who's the lead guitar in the band, he's basically said that they now are doing heavier stuff, but that's what they've always wanted to do. I might be misconstruing his words ever so slightly here, but it was something along the lines of they were making music to be more approachable, and now they're making what they really want to do. And you can almost hear that additional passion within that music in their new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're just kind of on that journey as well.
We're still kind of finding our feet a bit.
Like I say, this is me and Scott back with Krabby and Carl now. We're a different lineup than we used to be, and everyone's bringing different things to the table, and we've all got different influences. We've all grown since we were back then.
Yeah.
We know what works, what we like. I don't know. It's an exciting time. We've got some cool stuff coming. We've got an EP with Buzzed for.
Got some cool gigs coming up.
Yeah, some really cool. We've got some cool gigs.
Can you say any gigs that you've got coming up?
No.
I got to try. Anyway.
We've got our EP launch. Our September, August. We're doing a local Corby festival that the guy running it took a punt on us before we even released our first song.
Nice.
And went, come jump on this.
October.
We're playing with Acres in October.
Nice.
In Northampton at the
They're
Black
amazing,
Prince.
Yeah, they're good, man.
Yeah, they're wicked. And then we've got our EP launch 16th September in Corby, hometown. Just a little party for everyone.
Yeah.
And then there's a few more. Hopefully, you're going to pop in the meantime.
We've got Wheatus as well.
Oh yeah, we're playing with Wheatus.
What?
We're supporting Wheatus. Yeah,
man.
Hang on. Wheatus? How did that
Wheatus,
happen?
like, Teenage Dirtbag Wheatus. Yeah.
Well, what it is we are teenage dirtbags.
At the age of.
Yeah. They saw us online, saw our footprint online, and thought that's perfect.
Yeah, that's
Those
perfect,
guys,
yeah.
they are
They are
dirtbags.
dirtbags,
They
yeah.
look a bit teenage in the way that they dress still.
Love
Get
it.
on the lineup.
I'd say all jokes aside though, big shout out. There's Sour Promotions.
Yeah.
Little promotions company around here, Corby, Northampton, Leicester. They've had some really cool gigs, and we've been fortunate enough to be jumped on some. So we've had Hawthorne Heights. We played with As Everything Unfolds.
Yeah.
We were on the
Beach
same
Riot.
bill as
Beach
Beach
Riot,
Riot. We were put on the same bill as Benji from Skin Dread and
Bloody
Death
hell.
Havana
Death
doing a
Havana,
DJ set. We've had some cool gigs.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we've done a few back, and it's like wicked cool gigs just to have your name on
Yeah.
these posters. It's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, definitely. And now obviously you got the EP to back it all up as well. So
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've
That's
got our
amazing.
friends. So we've got there's a guy at the minute in a band called Monochrome. His name's Zach. We saw him playing at a festival a few weeks ago, and he was ace. So we've asked him; he's going to come play with us. And I like long-term super friend Adele. She's a singer in a metal band called These Horrid Things. So they're going to come play with us as well. So it's just us and our friends just having a good
sweet.
time,
Show,
just
Yeah,
on
man.
our EP launch. That they're just buzzing for. They want to hear the songs. Everyone wants to hear the songs. So we're really excited that we've got a small buzz around it that we can have fun with, and hopefully people enjoy it.
It'll be nice to end the year. I'm happy with that, like with what we've done so far.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We
That's
never
amazing.
intended it to be like this, but to end the year playing with Hawthorne Heights, having your EP out, a couple of singles, and then finishing it off supporting Wheatus.
you couldn't have written it better, could you?
No, definitely not. Like, it's really cool. We're just super thankful.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, what we'll do is shortly, we'll have a chat with the other two as well, and we'll get the tracks on. We'll play a track of each of yours shortly. Joseph, Wheatus being pretty awesome, I won't swear because it's going to go on radio. Who would be the person you'd like to most support if given the opportunity?
Frank Joshua and Aurora son.
Oh, well played. Very good. I'll tell you what though, that would be an interesting concoction of genres.
What a diverse lineup.
Very diverse.
Never know.
Happen.
Yeah, let's
make it happen.
Let's do a Future Hits Festival.
Yeah.
All right, don't start it. Like,
Not quite. You're not supposed to announce that yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. No, we've got plans. I mean, we've got plans to do certain things, but I think at the moment for us as part of the radio show and the station and whatnot is to sort of try and grow with like-minded creative people, businesses, promotions, stuff like that. So we've obviously teamed up with Hotbox, who you can see up in the corner now if people are looking at that. Oh, it's gone. And people like that we're trying to team up with people to be able to do stuff like that and start growing a little bit more within the industry, because we know we're on the right track and all that, but it's nice to putting on festivals we're not there yet.
Sorry, no pressure. I meant that.
Don't
one
do that
day.
to me. One day. Oh goodness.
But yeah, loads. I mean, I change my music taste like most weeks, so it would be very different. I'm into like, I'd love to support like Pope. That's obviously a huge one.
Okay,
yeah, I saw that. Like, I didn't go to their gig, but I was like watching them live on YouTube. And I was just like, man, cool energy.
Pope
that's
are
a bit
cool.
old school. But I also love stuff like anything kind of old poppy. Been listening to like Dominic Fike a bit recently. Lord, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But also like most people. So yeah.
I like Lord. And the Pulp, you mentioned Pulp. The first festival I went to was V96 in Chelmsford. And I was, how old was I? I was 9. And Pulp were headlining.
Oh, wicked.
I
wasn't quite alive then.
Oh,
just out that one
Bye,
year.
Joe. Frank, we won't ask if you were alive then, mate. Because
I think you know.
It's not very kind, is it? What's the plan for you, Frank, for the rest of this year? Because you've already been pretty busy with releases.
Yeah, well, we're keeping up the pace. Everyone says don't release in August, so we're releasing in August.
Why is that though? Because people are busy doing festivals and stuff.
I mean, I think if you're like, big industry acts, then you don't, because people are away. I don't know, but actually, what we're doing is we released an EP earlier in the year with a remix on it that kind of didn't get the attention I thought it deserved. So we kind of going to put that out as a single in August when it's supposed to be quiet. See if we can get a bit more attention there. And then we basically got all the singles that will lead up to the album in April, all coming out every sort of 4 to 6 weeks, as you're supposed to do. And it's pretty full on for that, really. So even though we've got them programmed in, there's still, you know what it's like, guys. You always got a tweaking just before you think, oh, I should have done a little bit, tinkering. I wish we didn't tinker. But yeah, so there'll be a lot of that sort of thing. No plans for much live stuff at the moment. It's all about studio and releasing at the moment for me. Yeah, and it's Stevie Wonder. I'd always want Stevie Wonder.
Where? He creeps up on you. That would be the person you'd most like to support.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty awesome.
It would be awesome, that, yeah, wouldn't it? Oh, obviously, cool. Apart from you guys.
Obviously.
There we go.
Obviously. Right. What we're going to do, I'm going to let you all go, right? And we're going to play each of your tracks. I've got them lined up here, right? And let's make sure that we get them all right. So we've got Sweet Fantasy by Joseph Bell to come. We've got Wonderful You by Frank Joshua. Unless you want any of the other ones, Frank, that you've uploaded, but that's the one I've selected, if that's all right.
That's good.
And then we've got an exclusive play of Bloom by Aurora Sun to come as well. How does that sound?
Sounds good. Yeah, man.
Lovely stuff. Right, well, I will let you guys go. Thank you very much for your time this evening. You can go back and you can actually go and watch the stream now because we're going to play your tracks. But thanks for bearing with us. I now know that I need to turn it on when you guys join. That helps. So I appreciate your patience. Thank you very much. And thanks again for submitting.
Good to meet you all, guys.
Good luck with you.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. See ya. Right, so what we are going to do, we are going to play those 3 tracks that I just mentioned, and I'm just going to make sure that we've got everything on that we need to have on the board. There we are. The first track we are going to play is going to be Sweet Fantasy by Joseph Bell, who you just saw on the... Hi, Frank. Still on WhatsApp. Right, we're going to play Joseph Bell, Sweet Fantasy on Unsigned.
Easy, baby. Meet me in the middle. I'm not a boy who would lose his self-control. Tease me, baby. Give me just a little. There are too many things I don't know. Morning rain last night, I was dancing on the ceiling. You should see me now. Am I living life the way I should be? Time will tell, time will tell. Born and raised to be somebody kinda stable, but is that me? In my dreams I'm running wild, wild and free. Maybe it's just a sweet fantasy. I've been walking, but I don't know where I'm going. Can you take my hand and tell me who to be? Hey, baby, is there a higher way of knowing how to wake up in the morning? Feel complete. Morning rain last night, I was dancing on the ceiling. You should see me now. Am I living life the way I should be? Time will tell, time will tell. Born and raised to be somebody kinda stable, but is that me? In my dreams I'm running wild, wild and free. Maybe it's just a sweet fantasy. I always talk to strangers in my sleep. I fall in love with angels in my dreams. I always talk to strangers in my sleep. I fall in love with angels in my dreams.
Unsigned with Matt Wherry.
I was happy in the turmoil of my everyday world. I was skirting around the things I couldn't change. I wanted more than I had got. I wanted something new. It all seems very strange. I wouldn't write a postcard just for no reason at all. I couldn't think of something else to do. And if I wasn't working late or watching my TV, I wouldn't know to call. Wonderful you. Oh, then bang into my life came a whirlwind of light. Smash came down the well-secluded child. You picked me up, shook me out, dressed me up, put me down, turned me into something really wild. Oh, love so sweet, knocked me off my feet. Every corny word seemed really new. I wasn't sure I ever breathed, I never knew I moved. How had it been before? Wonderful you. It's very cold now. So very cold now. Oh, couldn't you wait? Couldn't you stay a while? The only thing you left me with is blue. And so it seems I never changed. I'm still the child I'd always been before. Wonderful you.
That is Wonderful You by Frank Joshua on Unsigned, and you also heard the track from Joseph Bell, Sweet Fantasy, as well. Thank you very much to all of them for joining the live stream tonight. Really, really appreciate it. That will also be going out on the radio show this coming Friday on Future Hits and on our partner stations the week after that. Hello, if you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, or on Facebook. Shout out to the missus who also let me know that we couldn't hear anyone a little bit earlier on as well. But yeah, sorry about that. There's always going to be some technical difficulties in the first couple of shows, isn't there? And we're ironing them out, and I appreciate your patience. Thank you very much. We have had someone get in touch, actually. Joseph Bell is obviously watching. He said hello. Thank you very much for getting involved, mate. We also had hi there, greetings from Belgium from Adrian Vermont. So thank you very much, Adrian, for getting involved with the show as well. And also Bell's Boys on Twitch. So hello to you. What we're going to do now, we are going to have an exclusive track. Now, sort of probably embarrassed the guys a little bit earlier on by saying that War was my favourite upload of all time that we've had here on Unsigned and on Future Hits. And it's fantastic to have such a new band that I sort of get on with. Like, their music is just right up my street, and obviously they're great lads as well, and got on with them very, very well on the live stream tonight. So it's really exciting to see what they're going to be doing, and their upcoming EP and their EP launch as well. Hopefully we'll try and get there for that. But we're going to play you their brand new track, which comes out on Friday. It's an exclusive play to us here at Unsigned. Really, really excited for you guys to hear it. And we're going to play it right now. This is Bloom by Aurora Sun.
In the summer quiet morning, when the sun creeps through the world, there
this beauty here emerging, pouring out from both our eyes. See the petals in the meadow, floating up to touch the sky. Feel the power beneath the surface, leading hope on passers-by. Let this image shine so bright. Open up your wings and fly. Let them all drink in your grace. Unfold hearts in sacred space. In the hopes of feeling closer, we are lost in this expanse. But within us sleeps a freedom, aching longing for the chance to break the surface that distracts us and reveal the lover's dance. Just like seedlings in a garden, yet to hear of our romance. Let this image shine so bright. Open up your wings and fly. Let them all drink in your grace. Unfold hearts in sacred space. Let this image shine so bright. Open up your wings and fly. Let them all drink in your grace. Unfold hearts in sacred space.
Loving the work of Aurora Sun. Very excited to hear their EP later on in the year, and that's the third single they've released. I also saw on their Spotify as well, which you guys can see as well, some screen sharing, trying to give you a bit of a preview of the artists as we go through. And they've actually released an acoustic version of War as well, which I'm going to have to listen to, aren't I? Which I will do in my spare time. I say usually, we've done one show. I was going to try and keep this to an hour, and we've gone over that. I was keeping tabs, but the chat with the guys was so good that I didn't want to cut it short, obviously. But we have got a couple of tracks, as you can see, for the tracks including just below me down there. It will tell you what tracks we've got coming up. We haven't played two of them, so we're going to do that now. Swiss, by the way, is not only friend of the show, he's also got his own show on Future Hits. And he's going to be after me on Fridays. He's actually been doing the 7 till 8 slot, but we've moved him to 8 until 9, and then DJ Tom Marley is on after that on Future Hits from 9 till midnight. From 9 till 11. But Swiss has been, he's an original. He's an original member of the Future Hits team, and he's a massive part of it. He's been doing the residency since day dot, since July of last year. For you that don't know Future Hits, I'll give you a bit of a welcome to that, I suppose. Essentially, Future Hits is a radio station that we created in July of last year to give emerging artists a 24/7 platform. So if you're an emerging artist or an unsigned artist and you want to get your music on the radio, go to our website, futurehits.co.uk. It is very much linked to Unsigned. So if you're uploading tracks to Future Hits or you're uploading tracks to Unsigned, then you will be able to basically all your music will go up to the same thing. So we have got a fantastic A&R team at Future Hits. We've got AB Violet, who I mentioned a little bit earlier on. We've also got Hope Dodge, who's a part of that, and Laura Whiston, who are all artists. AB Violet, Hope and Laura, all artists in their own right, so they know what good music is, obviously. And also go and follow them on the socials and drop them a DM if music's gone up, because we're getting so many submissions these days that it's almost hard to keep up with it. So big shout out to our A&R team. We've also got our social media team as well now at Future Hits, Axo and Henry running the show with Future Hits. You'll see more reels going on Instagram. Eventually they'll go on TikTok, and we'll get on Twitter at some point as well. We are on there, but I mean a little bit more so. But any more information you want about Future Hits, go to the website, futurehits.co.uk. We've got everyone says it, don't we? We've got big plans. But yeah, we're planning big things for here, us at Future Hits. We want to be here for a while. And as I said to the guys on the stream, that we're teaming up with people like Hotvox. We've got a Hotvox highlight show that goes out once a month that's going to be taking place on Thursday night. Myself and AB Violet will be presenting that. So we've teamed up with Hotvox. We've teamed up with a number of festivals, like Festival in the Gardens, Lee Folk Festival. We've got another one we're hopefully going to announce that's happening weekend after next. And then more things coming as well. Under the Radar and Matchstick Promotions are putting on a festival that Hope Dodge is going to be presenting there as well. So loads going on with Future Hits. It's obviously very much tied to Unsigned as well. So get your music submitted at unsignedmusic.uk or at Future Hits, because it all goes to the same place. What we're going to do, I'm going to shut up. I started talking about Swiss and then went on a massive tangent, didn't I? But I'm used to talking on radio where I have to do it in like 30-second links. So, you're welcome. Right, let's play a track from Swiss then. This is his latest single, Home, on Unsigned.
But the same, but I know we'd still get on. Still get on. Not one for change, but changing for you ain't wrong. It don't feel wrong. When I get like that, no one will come back. No, I'm not coming home. When I get like that, no one will come back. No, I'm not coming home.
So that is Home by Swiss, our very own Swiss on Future Hits, the residency from 8 p.m. this Friday and every other Friday on Future Hits Radio. You can listen to Future Hits, by the way, via the website, futurehits.co.uk, or you can go and download our very own app, which is available in your App Store or Google Play. And you can listen to it on your Alexa as well, enable the Future Hits skill. I've done that before, haven't I? I've done that before. Hello to Adam Keeble as well. He has just said hello on Facebook. Hello, mate. Hope you are good. Thank you for tuning in. We are going to play. So I had a selection of tracks that we were going to play. Let's just switch this over slightly. You can see my big head instead of the screen share. Oh, I'm red. That's why I took my jumper off. You didn't need to see that. So what was I going to say? I had about 5 or 6 more tracks that I was going to play, potentially. And we also had a couple of people get involved and send us DMs like I asked for. We had, who was the, let me just double check who it was who actually, there was someone who sent us a DM with their track, and I'm not going to be able to get around to it today. Oh, it was Mara Liddell. Thank you, Mara. I did receive it, and I will play it on next week's stream. It'll be top of the list. So I did listen to it. I like it. I haven't got time to play it. I'll play it next week, right? You have a promise on that. But what I am going to do is play a track from someone who submitted a track to me before you did. And it's going to come from King Koi. Now, King Koi is someone who we've played on the station quite a lot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get onto our system very quickly and just tell you the tracks he's actually uploaded, because he's been uploading tracks to us for, well, I'm pretty sure since we started. Let's just type in King Koi on here. King Koi. So we have had Gemini, which I'll be honest, King Koi, we've used Gemini for so many different promos and stuff that we do, mate. We're a big fan of that track. We've also had Foundation as well, and Lips Lock by Siri Elton, which is a King Koi remix. And the latest track we've had from him is Devil's Saint, which is a Luma and Yuppie Cult. I hope I'm saying that right, and I'm being very careful how I say it. Is a King Koi remix as well. So we've had those 4 tracks, and we are going to play you a brand new track that isn't released yet. He actually messaged me today and said, where can I send you a link to my latest track to play on the stream? So I'm going to do that now. This is 6 Feet Underground. What the whole point of this show is to preview tracks for the upcoming radio show on the Friday. So if you've got tracks you want us to preview, listen to, get some feedback on maybe, drop a DM to me at Unsigned with Matt Wherry on Instagram. and we'll do our best to get them on the show. Obviously, we've run out of time tonight. I've overrun by 15 minutes already, so thank you for sticking with it. But we've had some fantastic music, some great interviews with some brilliant guests as well. So I'm really happy with how tonight's gone, except for the fact I forgot to turn them up on the output earlier on. But like I said, last week we had we had some difficulties last week. We've had a couple this week. Hopefully next week will go very smoothly. Although next week won't be on a Tuesday. Next week will be on a Wednesday because it's my daughter's birthday. So we won't be streaming on Tuesday because it's her birthday, so I ain't going to, am I? So we're going to play a track now. This is from King Koi. It's called 6 Feet Under. Thank you so much, King Koi, for sending this over to us to let us play an unreleased track of yours on the live stream. We really, really appreciate it. I love this as well, by the way. It is fantastic. I hope you enjoy it. Let us know what you think. This is King Koi, 6 Feet Under on Unsigned.
Baby, don't wake me. I'm already fading. I'ma go 6 feet underground. Really, I'm shaking. Already bailing. Love when I'm blurring all it out. Some days I just really wanna sleep all day, all weekend. I just wanna fade away. I'm dreaming, I just wanna surf in the clouds. Wait, 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 wait. Some days I just really wanna sleep all day, all weekend. I just wanna fade away. I'm dreaming, I just wanna surf in the clouds. Wait, 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 leaving me now and now. Lost and I'm found. Train, 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 crashing me now. I'm 6 feet underground, yeah. Baby, don't wake me. I'm already fading. I'ma go 6 feet underground. Really just take me. I'm switching the station. And I've been waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, it's true. Some days I just really wanna sleep all day, all weekend. I just wanna fade away. I'm dreaming, I just wanna surf in the clouds. Wait, 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 wait. Some days I just really wanna sleep all day, all weekend. I just wanna fade away. I'm dreaming, I just wanna surf in the clouds. Wait, 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 leaving me now and now. Lost and I'm found. Train, 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 crashing me now. I'm 6 feet underground, yeah. I just wanna sleep, I don't ever wanna wake up. I just wanna sleep, I don't ever wanna wake up. I just wanna sleep, I don't ever wanna wake up. I don't ever wanna wake up. Some days I just really wanna sleep all day, all weekend. I just wanna fade away. I'm dreaming, I just wanna surf in the clouds. Wait, 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 leaving me now and now. Lost and I'm found. Train, 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 crashing me now. I'm 6 feet underground, yeah.
I wasn't ready for that to finish. I enjoyed it very, very much. And yeah, that was King Koi's track, of 6 Feet Underground. Absolutely loved it. We also Stay Safe's playing now. See, it's the end of the show. I am going to play Stay Safe. We're going to actually play us out, but they were a little bit premature there, and no one likes it when that happens. So that was King Koi's track, 6 Feet Under. We also had Home by Swiss. We had Bloom by Aurora Sun. Wonderful You by Frank Joshua. Sweet Fantasy by Joseph Bell. We had Smile Again by Coves. I didn't even talk about Coves. I'm so sorry. I was in the process of trying to sort out the streaming with the guests. Coves are going to be featuring on the Hotvox Highlights show on Future Hits on Thursday. We'll tell you about a gig that they've got coming up as well. So tune into that from 9 p.m. on Thursday. Myself and AB Violet will be on Future Hits, and I've told you how to get hold of that. We also had Fall In by Vienna. We had King Liar with Dead Monochrome, and we started the show with Cardinals with We Are All Ghosts. And that is going to wrap us up for this. What day is it? Tuesday? Tuesday night. It's definitely Tuesday night, and the reason I got confused because next week I'm doing it on Wednesday, aren't I? So one thing to tell you about the last track we're going to play you, we call it a second play, shall we? Because we played it last week on the show, on this stream. We also played it on the show on the radio. And I'm just going to get some information for you now. Let's switch to our screen share so you don't see my big red face. When you're on Spotify, by the way, if you're an artist and you don't do this already, if you've got events coming up, you can get your events on here. What's the name of the website? Someone remind me what the website's called. I nearly had it then. Something Hub. Can't remember. I'll find it. And I'll put it in my stories later or tweet it or something. But basically, if you are on Spotify, you've got your tracks on there. You can also put what gigs you've got coming up as well. And it's going to wind me up that I can't remember what it is. But essentially, Stay Safe. We played their track last week, Next to Me. I'm going to play it to play us out tonight. They are going to be at Santago's in Leeds on the 12th of August. They're going to be at the Brunswick in Brighton on Thursday the 24th. They're then going to be at the Hope and Anchor in London on the 25th of August. I would go to that, but I'm actually on holiday, so I won't be here. And they were also going to be at the Chameleon Art Cafe in Nottingham on the 26th of August. And I'm very pleased that they uploaded a track. I'm a big fan of this, and they're a brand new uploader to me. It's the first time they've uploaded a track to us, so I'm more than happy to play this again for you. And we are going to make sure that it's actually queued up this time and they don't come in early. Here we go. Next to Me by Stay Safe. I'll be back next week at some point. Keep an eye on the socials. So if you want us to review your demos, your tracks, you want to be on as an interview, get in touch. Unsigned with Matt Wherry on the socials. I'll see you next week. Cheers.
Remembering all the nights we couldn't leave behind. We pack our bags to hide out and we just drive. It wasn't where we go, it's the time it took to get there. Driving through the night, singing these songs together. I'll put the windows down, I'll let the night just flood in as you're sleeping next to me. Driving past the old house, yeah, it still looks the same now. It's where we're always meant to be, as long as you're next to me. Getting drunk underneath those stars, hanging out in your crappy car. With all that time we spent, I do it all again. Waking up in seaside town, screaming neck deep with the windows down. Staying until we're done, another night till we see the sun. I'll put the windows down, I'll let the night just flood in as you're sleeping next to me. Driving past the old house, yeah, it still looks the same now. It's where we're always meant to be, as long as you're next to me. Always knew that I found my wife on the nights where we took a night drive. I'm gonna spend my life with you, we're gonna thrive. Always knew that I found my wife on the nights where we took a night drive. I'm gonna spend my life with you right by my side. I'll put the windows down and I'll let the night just flood in as you're sleeping next to me. I'll put the windows down and I'll let the night just flood in as you're sleeping next to me. Driving past the old house, yeah, it still looks the same now. It's where we're always meant to be, as long as you're next to me.
Unsigned with Matt Wherry.
If you're an unsigned artist, then go to our website. Tell us a bit about yourself, upload your track, and you could feature on Unsigned with Matt Wherry.